Hi there, thanks for joining us. This is Island Girl Creative Studio online tutorials. I'm creating a 12 by 12 series to go hand in hand with all of the canvas kits that I'm selling online currently. If you buy a kit, you will receive a 12 by 12 canvas pre-drawn with the design of your choice, all the paints you need, as well as the paintbrushes. Now to get started with this pretty pony, what we're going to do is we're going to take the cup that has the dark green and the white and mix it completely up. We're just going to apply that paint all the way across in this beautiful sky and a little down here between the mane and the tail. I really suggest going around the edges too to kind of make it look completed. You can do that. You don't have to do that, but it definitely makes it look pretty when you hang it on the wall. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to paint in that mane. We're going to wash off our brush and then we're going to paint that raw sienna, which is that gold color, on all of the mane parts. And if you paint it going out away from the pony, it looks like the summer breeze is blowing her hair back. Now don't forget about her tail down here. Sometimes it's hard to remember because it's all white when you're doing it. Next thing we're going to do is wash our paintbrush off and get into that burnt sienna. And that's going to be the main color of this pony. So you're just going to paint all of the rest of her body, trying to skip over her eye area and going around her bottom, through her body, up her neck, painting in the direction of that particular body. So up and down for the neck and out for the belly and the back. I'm explaining it kind of quick, so if you need a moment, go ahead and pause your video and then you'll be able to catch up with the next instruction. So while this is drying, because this is a lot of paint going on here, it's always good to have a fan or a window open so you can get that airflow. But while that's drying, we're going to take some of the white paint and we're going to smear some into the mane. So kind of let it blend out, but also to highlight. So we're going to smear some in the mane, a little bit up on top here. We're going to go ahead and put the little crest on his nose, on his forehead and a little bit on the nose down here. And then the eyeball too. We want to use this, if you have a small paintbrush, we want to use a tiny small paintbrush and we want to put white on the inside of those, around the eyeball. Now we're going to have let that dry. And while that's drying, we're going to take the black paint and you can use your flat brush or you can use a small paintbrush. And we're going to outline the entire pony. So the mane, and the ears, and more mane, bangs, the cheek, the mouth, the nose, the forehead, out in the hair. We're going to put a little bit of detail in the hair. If it's too dark for you, you can skip that part. You don't have to do it. But we just want to make sure to outline all of the major parts of your pony. And then go ahead and do the eye. We don't have an eyeball yet. We just have that white part of the eye. We're going to let that dry and settle before we move on. So go ahead and take a break, get some lemonade, or go outside for a second. But definitely pause the video so that you don't miss anything else. Now when you come back and this is dry, we're going to take and put the flowers in the pony's hair. And the way we do that is with the back of the paintbrush. So you're just going to use the back of it, and we're just going to dip it into the paint. And these are little daisies with just 5 little dots. So you're just going to put 5 little dots of purple, 5 little dots of pink, and you can decide how many or how many, well, less or many that you want. You get to decide if they're up here or maybe there's some on her back. I don't know, wherever you feel like there should be some flowers. Now the center is also done the same way. You dip it into the white and then you just put a little center in each one. And that's how you create those flowers. Now the finishing touch that we're going to do to this pony is to put that little eye in there. And this is where the expression really comes in. So you can mix a little bit of this burnt sienna with some white and just change that color a little bit for the eye. You're going to use your small paintbrush and you're going to create a circle right in the center, trying to stay inside of that little area that you just outlined with the black. So it's dry now so you won't have any smearing, and you're going to create a little round marble in there. When you're done making that marble, you can take the back of your paintbrush and take some black paint and put a smaller marble on top of that. And then the finishing touch is going to take a little dab of the white and just put on each side of that black marble a little bit of white. And I'll bring it a little closer so you can see. So a little bit of white here and there. And that puts the soul in the animal. I always say that. The little white reflection in the eye always puts the soul in it for me. And that's it. So there's your pretty pony. I really appreciate you following along. If you can hit the subscribe button and the like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them below, or you can go ahead and get a hold of me on Facebook at Island Girl Paint Party or Island Girl Creative Studio. Either way, I look forward to seeing you again shortly, and I hope that you had a good time painting your pony.